The human soul has a minimum daily requirement of entertainment, but listening to a podcast like you're doing right now, yeah, that doesn't count. Welcome to the world of MGM Rewards, where we have the greatest live shows on earth, the biggest names in sports, the best chefs on the planet, and the most unforgettable nights of your life. This is way beyond watching 20-second clips on your phone. This is all the entertainment you can handle and more. So join MGM Rewards now and visit MGMResorts.com to book your next Vegas getaway. Welcome to the show.
Sports Social, now on the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Hello, it's David Seaman here. Join me on Seaman Says, where this week I've got a very, very special friend, Mr. Dennis Bergkamp.
I think with Arsene it was a little bit over the top in the beginning, to be honest. Mm-hmm. In the hotels, all the minibars were empty when we got there. It was only water.
And still water, and at room temperature.
Yeah. I know.
Listen to the interview right now on your podcast app.
Hello, listeners to Serie Chronicles. It's Patrick Kendrick here, coming from a deserted arrivals area at Capodichino Airport. Just waiting for my luggage to be delivered. This is where I'm spending Christmas. This is where for the next few days I'll be gorging myself on deep-fried southern Italian fare. Aubergine parmigiana, mozzarella, lasagna, you name it, we'll be eating it. And quick voice note now, really to reflect on what we've seen in round 17, staggered over Friday and Saturday in Serie A as I wait for my suitcase to be delivered. Started really with Juventus, or rather Milan. I'm getting confused chronologically. It started with Milan's game in Salerno last evening, which I took in and commentated on, which had a bit of everything. It looked like it was going to be a routine win for Milan on the road, and they haven't had many routine victories on their travels. In fact, they haven't won away since early October when they won at Marassi by Christian Pulisic goal to nil, which came late on, and that was a match where they ended up with Olivier Giroud in goal. It's that crazy game against the Rosso Blu. And when Tomori scored after a quarter of an hour, you thought the bottom club, Salernitana, just 8 points to their name from 16 matches, one win all season. That came at the Arecchi against Lazio. You thought that Milan were just going to go on and score a second and get a win to follow up an impressive 3-0 victory over Monza. But didn't prove to be the case because Milan conceded from a corner. Federico Fazio back in the side from suspension with a towering leap, a real old-school header from the 6'5" Argentine veteran, 36 years of age. But the way he met the ball was absolutely stunning. That came just before the half-time interval. Then we started to wonder what would happen in the second half. Giancarlo Simic was brought on. He had scored on his debut in that victory over Monza, the young Serbian defender who was born in Germany. He came on because Simon Kjaer was having a torrid time of things. There we have a nice little announcement just to make it absolutely authentic that I am indeed in the airport. Grazie a voi. On we go. So yes, it was 1-1 going.
We remind passengers to collect their luggage.
Hopefully, producer Simon can do something with this
before you exit arrivals hall. Thank you.
No, thank you. So 1 each at the break. Simic came on for Kjaer, but things would get worse for Milan. They would lose Fikayo Tomori to a hamstring injury. He had played almost every single game so far this season, and his injury came actually in the making of Salernitana's second goal. They came back from 1-0 down to lead 2-1. Antonio Candreva with one of his trademark shots from distance. It was awkward, it was swirling and squirming and curling and all sorts, and dipping. Despite that, Mike Maignan, the best goalkeeper in Serie A, one of the best in Europe, if not the world, should really have done better. He was beaten down at his near post, immediately glared at his compatriot Teo Hernandez to suggest that he was unsighted and it was therefore somehow Teo's fault and not Maignan's. But a slip from the Milan goalkeeper at the worst possible time, with Stefano Pioli under pressure, with the Rossoneri trying to somehow force their way back into the title race, a title race led by an Inter side who seem seemingly incapable of making mistakes. And so eventually they would require a late goal from Luka Jovic, who would score again, third time in recent weeks. He's proving to be a canny and handy goal scorer, but unfortunately, his goal wasn't enough. It was worth just a point. Davide Calabria's header being saved late on by Benoit Costil, Olivier Giroud's doppelganger. My suitcase has arrived, so this will be resumed later on. Head to SerieChronicles.com/Patreon now and subscribe to the Chronicles Tifosi Patreon membership with a free 7-day trial. Get early access to every full-length episode and voice note before the rest of the world. Plus, all episodes are 100% ad-free. And you get bonus Patreon-only exclusive episodes, video episodes, and behind-the-scenes extras. Also, be sure to join the new chat community in the Patreon app and chat with fellow subscribers.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Tired of ads interrupting your favorite show? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Download the Amazon Music app or visit amazon.com/ad-free sports. That's amazon.com/ad-free sports to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime members. Some shows may have ads.